New York, New York. Welcome back to episode 8 of our NHL 25 New York Rangers franchise mode series. And in today's episode, we will be taking on, is this year 4? Is that correct? Let me check here. Is this year 4? Oh man, that doesn't seem right. Okay, no, this is year 3. Okay, year 3. We'll be taking on the year 3 season here with our New York Rangers. I'll take a look at the lines that I've already set up for this episode. So, the first line stays the same with Panarin, Josh Norris, and Lafreniere. Obviously, these guys produced crazy in the playoffs, and we're hoping to translate that playoff success into this season. The second line is also the same. We have tried to raise Brennan Othman's shot frequency in the offseason, and I set a goal for him for 40 goals. I mean, it's a very bold goal here, but he scored 26 last year, and I'm hoping with his shot frequency raised, he shoots a little bit more and gets a little bit more goals. And obviously, with Michelli and Zibanejad on his line, they'll hopefully pass him the puck enough. Definitely Michelli will. But, yeah, so hopefully we can get Othman to 40 goals. And that would just boost his shot up like crazy. Like, he's already got the power. He just needs that accuracy. So, the third line here, I'm really excited for. So we have Daniil But, 84 overall, finally made the NHL. Had a huge jump in overall over the offseason with Filipino and Gabe Perreault. Kind of the same story with Gabe Perreault, up to an 83. And I set both of their goals to win the Calder. So hopefully, in their rookie season, they can, kick it off with a bang. And both of them are kind of, friendly competition between the two. Hopefully one of them can win the Calder, but I don't know much about this year's rookie class, so I guess we'll see. Neither of them will probably win the Calder, but oh well. I feel like any chance we can raise their potential with one of those Calder goals, I mean, that'd be great, so might as well go for it. And the fourth line, Drew O'Connor, Jason Dickinson, and Will Cooley. Defense here is the same, except for one addition. So we have Jacob Chikrin, Adam Fox, Braden Schneider, Keandre Miller, and Zach Jones. And our rookie, E.J. Emery, made the jump to the NHL. Some great growth in the offseason again, up to an 82 overall defensive defenseman. So, very excited to see that. Igor Shesterkin in the goal, like always, 94 overall. To help Othman try and get that 40 goals, I have put him on the first line power play. And hopefully he'll get that. Josh Norris, I also raised his shot frequency, so hopefully he can get he could be that main goal scorer on the first line. Power play 2, got Daniil But in the middle there. Hopefully he's setting some screens on the goalie. Power play 2, or 4-man power play, and then 4-man power play 2. So yeah, those are the lines here for season 3. In the AHL, we got our 2 prospects, Milton Gastrin and Oliver Marinix, I think. Yeah, both these guys center 2-way forwards. Could be a third line center of the future, both of these guys, but who knows? I'm honestly thinking about maybe trading one of these guys just because we shouldn't need 2 center 2-way forwards. But we'll cross that road once we get there, and not much in terms of prospects for defense. So hopefully that might be something we target in the off season for next year's draft. But yeah, that is about it. We'll start simulating now. Like I said, I already set all of the season goals for our players that I wanted to set goals for. And we'll keep track of those as the season progresses. But actually, I do want to check extensions. If we have any contract extensions. I believe we do have one that I might want to look into right now. Yes. Okay, so Filipino. He wants 5.8 for 5 years. Now the thing with Heedle is, like, obviously we have Zibanejad right now as our center, as our second line center. Do I think Filipino can grow into our second line center? Probably. I think he probably could. You know, him and Zibanejad are both two-way forwards, so I think he can. It's just, do I want him to be my second line center? I don't know. It's tough. It's really tough. But in terms of this contract, I don't hate it. I don't hate it. I want to see if we can give him a little bit less, maybe somewhere around the 5 million mark. About 5.25. I would do that. 5.25. You know, he's our 2-3C. Like, he gets a lot of play on the penalty kill, so he means a lot to the team. He is our third line center. I think 5.25 for 5 is a solid deal for Filipino. So we're gonna offer that. See what he says. And you know, if he accepts that, I think it's very possible we can move that contract if we need to. So I mean, that leaves us a little bit flexible. So I like that. We'll see if he accepts. But yeah, no, let's get into simulating here. I think I want to get all the way up to. Well, I do want to finish this season 3 simulation in this episode. So let's start here. Let's just simulate all the way up to December 1st. That gives us like a good chunk of simulation. Conversation with our coach. I don't want to mess anything up. I don't want to set a season goal. Just gonna end the conversation at that. I don't know if it's a glitch or if it's meant to be, but I'm pretty sure I heard. Okay, I have to reject. Okay. Let's see if we can work out a contract with Filipino. I heard that if you set a season goal or a preseason goal with your coach, it changes up your line chemistry. So if that's the case, I don't even want to risk it, and you don't really get many benefits from doing those anyways. So he said he wanted a clause. Like, if I give him a 12-team no-trade list, and then we give him 5 mil, would he take that? So I'd almost prefer that deal. I would almost prefer that, but we'll see if he likes it too. Okay, he didn't like it. Not proposed trade. Okay. Because another thing is, if we look at our center core for the future here, you know, we can't forget about, what's his name? Fitzgerald here. So, Colin Fitzgerald, he's a center sniper. He only has 51 face-offs. What the? Oh, God. His face-offs are terrible. Okay, well, hopefully that develops a bit. I don't know why they're so bad. Okay, well, Colin Fitzgerald. This would be our Mika Zibanejad replacement in the future. I'm just trying to figure out the lines for the future. So it'd be second line. I don't know. We're thinking too far ahead in the future. We have a good prospect core, especially down the center, with Gastrin, Marinix, and what's his name? I just looked at him. Fitzgerald. So we have 3 good center prospects to replace Zibanejad and maybe Heedle. Like, we got a lot of options going forward. So now Filipino doesn't want to resign now. It's kind of unfortunate, and he wants 7 mil. Okay, so that's why you don't do what I did. Okay, well, we're gonna have to wait for the end of the season here. So we'll keep it pushing here. We'll start simulating a bit. I'm not too worried about Filipino. Like I said, we have a lot of options at center. We definitely don't need him. But we'll simulate. We'll start simulating here. Get about a month in, then look at our stats. See how we're performing. Alrighty, start of the season against Dallas, we get a 4-2 loss, and Lassie Thompson is on waivers. I bet he's not very good. Yeah, no, I'm not gonna claim him. Troy Stetcher, I'm not gonna claim him. Dallas sending down a few players. Kyle Burrows, nope. Alrighty, so bit of a rough start to the season, but where it looks like we're coming back here. Filipino is injured until October 29th. How far away is that? It's a few days, so head coach replace player. I'm not too worried about that. Alright, and Filipino is coming back. So Brodzinski comes back out, and so Perot and Daniel Butt dropped an overall, but I believe it's just morale reasons, so hopefully they'll jump back up pretty soon here. Okay. EJ Emery's injured till November 8th. Again, not that long of an injury. Sure, we have, I think it's Mancini to replace him. We don't have, okay, we need to bring up a defenseman. Who do we have in, okay, so Robertson, yeah, he's coming up. Probably he should have been up from the start of the season. Alrighty. Best lines down there in Hartford. And we'll get Marinix. Alright. Back to simulating. All that for EJ Emery to come back in like 2 games anyways. And he's back. Alrighty. So we'll stop the simulation here. We're 7-2 or 7-4. So we're getting a few more wins under our belts now. Yeah, so there's at least a 5-game winning streak right there. Lost to Pittsburgh, back-to-back losses, back-to-back-to-back losses, 4-game losing streak. Oh man, 5-game losing streak, brutal. And now we're below 500. Okay. So 22 games in, we're 11-11. Not ideal. Not ideal at all. Okay, let's take a look at our stats here. See who's performing well. So the first line, Lafreniere, yeah, 16 points. Josh Norris with 8 goals. That's not bad. Yeah, he's definitely shooting the puck. Panarin, how are you doing? 2 and like what? 11 points. So we might be starting to see the fall off. Brennan Othman, 6 goals. I mean, we'd like a little bit more. Okay, third line, how are we doing? Daniel Butt, Filipino. I mean, the third line's playing good. I got no complaints there. don't know what it is. Alright, let's get some more simulating done. Because I don't wanna overreact. Let's go all the way. Let's simulate another month. Our first shootout loss, or overtime loss. Put this guy back in Hartford. Like, do I even care? I mean, I do. Get back in, Mackie. Okay. Simulate all the way up to January 1st. Okay, 2 big wins against Utah and Philly there. 3 wins in a row. 4 wins in a row. Lost there against Montreal. 2 losses. You know, it's just we win a few, then we lose a few. Like, not going too well. Not going too well. Win there against Winnipeg. We are just streaky. 4-game win streak there. So, I mean, we're 19, 14, and 3. We're above 500. 3rd in our division. And, I mean, comfortably 3rd in our division. It's a weak division. So, I guess that's a positive for sure. What's a fun game we can slow simulate here? This game against Boston. They knocked us out in the Eastern Conference Final last year. We'll slow sim that game against Boston here, and we win 7-3 or 7-2. Yeah, we're just not finding any prolonged success here. I mean, we're not having like a disastrous season by any means, but it's definitely not a great season. 3 back-to-back losses there. Like, not great. Let's take a look at the stats. Okay, so the first line, or at least Lafreniere's picked it up a bit. 20 goals so far for Josh Norris. That's what we like to see. Panarin, 41 points. Okay, it's definitely a lot better. Othman, about halfway through the season, got 20 goals. That is very solid. He might be able to hit that 40 goals, but it's going to be close. I'd say probably not. Daniil Butz. I mean, our 3rd line is performing really well. Two assists for Chikrin. That's really low. Okay. Like, Chikrin is not performing offensively that well. But, like, is that the issue? It's hard to say. But before we do this, I will talk to some of my players here. Try and get them to have a better line fit. Like, I want Hedel on the 3rd line to try and get his chemistry right. Boom. Okay, great. 3rd line. Sweet. Okay, he doesn't want to... Damn, that's not good. Okay, how about Adam Fox to get on that first pair? I don't know why he wouldn't want to do this. There we go. Perfect. So we have Adam Fox now, chemistry on the first line. And I wanted to get, was it Schneider on the second pair? I believe it was. No, he doesn't want to. Okay. So other than that, is there anybody else? Like I think I want Danil Butt playing higher up in the lineup eventually. So we'll leave it at that. Let's see how Adam Fox likes the first pair now. So bingo, there's a +3 on the top pair. That's what we like to see. So who knows? Maybe that'll help turn our season around a little bit. Now we have these guys both clicking at a +3. Would have really liked to have Schneider on that. Get some good chemistry on the second pair, but oh well. Alrighty. So we will slow simulate this game here against Boston. Yeah, I mean, so far a little bit disappointed with how we've played. Pavel Zacha opens the scoring. Alright, first period. Shots are 13. Yeah, Pasternak scores there. Michelli makes it a 1-goal game. Power play for the Rangers. We have a 5-on-3 now. Othman. There we go. That's what we like to see. Ties the game on the power play. I mean, that's the guy we want scoring goals. I need him to boost that shot. Alright, start of the third period. Power play for Boston. They do not score. Another power play for Boston. They don't score again. Shots are about even. Goalies are playing good. Can we get a late goal? There we are. Michelli, second goal of the game. Makes it 3-2. And Trent Frederick evens it up. Overtime. We need a big one. Come on. And shootout. And we lose in this shootout. Oh well. I mean, would have loved to shut the door at the end of that game. But, you know, that's just not how this season has went for us. Alrighty, I think we start simulating all the way up to the trade deadline here. I'm trying to think of where we can make an upgrade on the team. Like, I think Zach Jones on the bottom pair, we can flip him for maybe an upgrade. Or maybe do we look to find a long-term partner with Adam Fox on that first pair? Because I don't know if Jacob Chikrin's gonna cut it. Like, do I want somebody more defensive on that top pair? Because I like our second pair with Keandre Miller and Schneider. But I don't know. It's just something to think about. So we got a few wins back. We got strung a few wins together there. But 30-23 and 8. 31-23 and 8 before at the trade deadline. So I mean, not terrible. Not terrible. Let's see our team stats. See what we're lacking in. So goals for per game, we are, you know, we're pretty good overall. So we're eighth in the league overall for goals for. Goals against per game, we are also pretty good, pretty solid. Is it the special teams that we're lacking in? Third best power play overall. Is it the penalty kill? I mean, You know, it's not a great penalty kill. In fact, it is a pretty bad penalty kill. So, like, so if the penalty kill is the issue, I want to get another defenseman. A shutdown defenseman. Preferably a left-handed shutdown defenseman. So let's see if there's any teams that are willing to trade something like that. Nothing yet. Drew Doughty, no. Jonas Brodin, 2 years left. What about Jake Middleton? Yeah, because he's a really good defensive defenseman. He fits on defensive pair 3. He's making 4.4 for the next 3 years. Can we afford him, though? I mean, it'd be close, but we send him back Zach Jones. They would probably have to retain, and at that point, I don't know if they're willing to retain. It says they're a seller, but they're 31, 24, and 6. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how realistic this is. We'll see what else is available in the league. Adam Pellick, he has 3 years left. I mean, he's just making too much money. And they still got Kreider on the block. Oh, man. Alexiak, but, you know, at that point, he's not even that good. I don't really think he moves the needle. Okay, let's look at sellers. Any teams that are just performing really bad that have a left defenseman. Does San Jose have a defenseman that I'm interested in? Preferably with 1 year left. How about Calgary here? No, they've got a bunch of good defensemen. Or a bunch of good and young defensemen. Chicago. Nothing really. How about Columbus? No. LA. Does LA have any left defensemen? So, Mikey Anderson, how many years does he have left? 5. 5 at 4.1. You know, it's not a bad deal. It's just we don't have the money for that. Nashville. Mario Ferraro. No. Man, that's just nothing. Trade with Ottawa again. I mean, Clevin, but he's young. I don't see them wanting to part ways. Nick Seeler. 2 years left. I mean, it's doable. He's got really good shot blocking. He's a good penalty kill defenseman, I guess. See if we can they can retain a bit of salary. Retain $1 million. We'll give them like a third and next year's fourth. Okay, how about any rookies they want? I'm okay with giving up a guy like Ruck. I mean, really, in terms of players, like, we already have how many playmakers in our top 9, really. Ruck is so expendable. We had like a 4th round pick to make it go through. Even a 5th. No, I don't think they want to retain salary at all. Take away a bit of salary. And it just wouldn't work. Okay. Well, can't say I didn't try. It's just we don't have enough money. I think this is the team that we're gonna have to simulate the rest of the season with. Like, unless we're trying to make a huge trade, which I don't think I'm in the right space right now to make a huge trade. Like, what do we do with Panarin at the end of this deal? Like, do we just extend him and keep playing him? Do we let him walk? God. This is something I should have thought about before I started this episode. Like, what do I do with Panarin? And why does he only like this the second line now? What the hell? Well, Panarin likes the second line. Well, isn't that good news? So, I mean, hypothetically, next season could be Michelli, Norris, Lafreniere on the first line, Othman, Zibanejad, and Gabe Perreault on the second line, but let's just continue simulating. We can't make any moves. I think I do want to open that $10 million we lose with Panarin. Or we can extend him a year and then trade him at the draft. Yeah, honestly, like I'm at that point where I'm okay with doing that, because I want to move off of Panarin if I can and still get some value. So we extend him a year, and I think at the draft we're gonna move him. He's not gonna have any trade clause. And he's only making $8.6 million. That's easy enough to move. Yeah. Alrighty. So that's about it for the trade deadline. We're not going to make any moves. We're just going to simulate all the way to the end of the season. And yeah, that's about it. Hopefully this team can keep performing a bit well, or as well as they have been in the last month. Really want to see us string some wins together. So that's 4 wins in a row. Chikrin had a minor injury there. So 2 losses there against Philly and Ottawa. Win against Pittsburgh. Win against Toronto. Okay, so we're starting to win a few more games here. We've definitely gotten better as the season has progressed, which is good news. Yeah, we're really starting to win some games. Lost there against Florida. Last 5 games. Win against New Jersey. Win against Montreal. Toronto. Win against Toronto. Against New Jersey. Lose and a win to end the season. So 46, 27, and 9. Definitely ended the season a lot better than we started. We reached 100 points, so we got 101 points. You know, not terrible. I like that we finished the season strong. It's definitely a good sign. Let's take a look at the scoring leaders for our team here. How everybody produced. Okay, so Lafreniere, 17 goals, 60 assists. Not a bad season at all. Josh Norris, 38 goals. There we go, 69 points. He shot a lot more. Really good shooting percentage as well. So yeah, I mean that's our first line sniper. He got his X factor there. Great to see. Panarin, 34 and 45. I mean, just a little bit disappointing, which he kind of has been so far in this franchise mode. Like he's supposed to be a franchise player, but just didn't really reach the mark for me. 32 goals for Brennan Othman, 22 assists. So I mean, yeah, really solid season. Not the 40 goals that we wanted, but you know, hopefully he can hit that next season. Zibanejad, decent. Michelli, you know, okay, but honestly, I kind of wanted more from Michelli there. Gabe Perreault, 38 points, not too bad for a rookie season. Philip Hedl, I mean, just nosedived there, which isn't necessarily a bad thing for his contract extension in the future. We could probably pay him a little bit less now. Okay, well, Daniel Butt, 24 and 25. I mean, that's a really good season from him. I'll take that. And then the fourth line produced like the fourth line. So Chikrin, 14 and 18, not bad. Adam Fox played great. Keandre Miller, Schneider, I mean, they had good plus minuses, so that's pretty good. EJ Emery and Zach Jones, not bad. How did Igor do? 917. I mean, it's exactly what you expect with Igor. Yeah, I mean, that's about it. Let's see if we can get Schneider on that second pair now. Dang it. Okay, well, regardless, I think it's a decently successful season. You know, going into the playoffs, a little bit skeptical, if I'm being honest. Oh, this is the landed DuPont draft, eh? Okay. Going into the playoffs, a little bit skeptical. I don't know where this team's at. Like, it feels like we're in the middle of a transition period here. I feel like we need to move past. I feel like this is definitely going to be the last season of Panarin on this team. And then it's just, what do we do from there? And do we have the firepower to replace Panarin and continue the scoring? But hey, I guess we will see. We'll see what happens in the next episode where we take on the playoffs in year 3. Let's see our opponent. I believe I already know who it is. And it is an in-state. I guess not an in-state, right? Are they in-state? I don't really know. I'm not from the U.S., so I don't know. But we're taking on the New Jersey Devils. So our rivals here, definitely have a lot of history against the Devils. But let's take a look at their lines. See if they've made any major moves since year 1. I mean, we are 3 years in. Let's see. So they have Jesper Bratt, Jack Hughes, Timo Meyer as their first line. Nico Heischer, Dawson Mercer, David Perron. Ooh. I'm not even going to try to pronounce that. Eric Haula, Andre Palat, Marcus Johansson, Linus Carlson, and Stefan Nosen. So, I mean, not too different. Luke Hughes, Brett Pesce, Simone Nemec, Jonas Siegenthaler, Brendan Dillon, and Dougie Hamilton. So that defense is crazy. Crazy defense. Jacob Markstrom and Jakub Malek in goal. And they have Salayev and Seamus Casey on their defense, just scratched. Insane. I mean, hey, they got this guy. They've got this guy scratched. I kind of want him on my team. How many? No, they wouldn't trade him. So, okay, well, that is a really powerful team. It's gonna be a good first round matchup between them. So, we'll see what happens in the next episode against the New Jersey Devils and the rest of the Year 3 NHL playoffs. But that is about it for this episode. I will see you in the next one where we take on the playoffs. All right, thanks for watching. Bye-bye.